Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you, where you are. For me, it is super definitely morning. I think I still have some pillow creases in my face. Oh no, they're smoothing out. Rehydrate, it's fine. Hello, happy Saturday. Welcome to the weekend. Water good. I am Hazel. I'm sure the cat will be by shortly. She came to get me out of bed because I was going to be late for stream, and I think she's a person that's in the body of a cat. Morning, Hazel and Miss Kira. Hello, Hazel. Greetings from Greece. Greetings. Hello. Doing the Storms Ferry multiple times a day gives 9 tokens each now. That is huge. That's huge. Do I want to do it multiple times a day? I guess I'll start with one time. Let's start with one time today and then see how we're feeling. It's tempting though, because I think I'm pretty close to, I'm at 94 of 105. But I also haven't done it yet today. So let's go do it. I think that's up now. We'll start with that. Also, I turned my music off because I didn't want it, but I want it back. Oh, there we go. And then did they fix the thingy? It used to do a problematic thing to me. Yep, all better. That's good. Okie dokie. Let's head back to Valdrakken. I'm wearing my PJs transmog because I wanted to show off the combat adjusting features of the set shell back transmog, and this is the set that I had in my set journal that had the Murloc backpack on it already. Oh, but it kind of feels appropriate for today, so we're just gonna wear it for now. Although I feel like as cute as the crop sweater is, her tummy might be cold. Maybe she's a stronger creature than me that like generates her own heat. I'm just gonna flight path my way over. Am I wearing all my gear? Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm wearing all my gear, but I'm wearing enough gear. 6 p.m. here in Denmark. Still morning for me. Hi, kitty cat. Would you like to come say hi? Would you like to come stream? You could be a big star. Hello. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's see, kitty cat. Yesterday I forgot to give you your start of stream morning pets, and then you left. We're working on a theory where if we give Kitty enough attention early, that she'll hang out longer. No mode going a little bit. Morning all or afternoon. Ishak, so horrible to farm. Ishak. Is that like BFA Oldham? Very nice cat. Very nice cat. Oh. Mm. Mm. Hey. Hey, hello. How you doing? Happy Saturday. What's up, Ben? Good morning. How are things with you? I'm a little off my groove, but we'll get up and back into it. Sleep schedules are all fine and good until it falls apart rapidly and in a dramatic swoop. I'd love to find a Storm's Fury group. Yeah. 6 minutes old, that's the sweet spot. They should be just about to start pulling the boss. Fan-freaking-tastic, about to hit the archery range. Oh, you're out there. You're doing things. You are living. You're living your life. Oh, I got into a group. That's almost as good. Oh, man. What's it like to learn how to... I was going to say spear things. That's not quite what you do at archery. Unironically believe getting a cat is one of the most important things to do to improve viewership on Twitch. I don't know if it'll get you new views, although if you can get the cat in the thumbnail, it's pretty good. But I feel as though she does a good job at helping provide some alternative appeal for when I'm not bringing it on a given day. Maybe there's some days where I just don't got the groove. Kitty cat's always got the groove. You never have an off day. You're cute every day. How do you do that? Spearing things with projectiles. Do I still have enough time to farm for the vicious saber tooth? Depends how much time do you got to game in a day. Yeah, you can feasibly, I think if you were really no-lifing it, you could do the whole thing in like 3 days. Potentially faster if you had like a coordinated group that was kind of gaming it a little bit, but it will be a grind. Like it's gonna take hours and hours and hours. The earlier you start, the better. But I think you can do it. I am. I had some other thoughts. I had other thoughts. Did I? No, that's a lie. I had weird dreams, but that's just normal. That's not news. Next 3 days off too. Mini spirit things. Yeah. You know, if you've got like I've got nothing. I was gonna say if you've got post-it notes that are getting away from you and you want them to just stay put on that bulletin board, that's where the archery comes in. But that would be darts, and that's different. I wonder if I'll get enough to get this pet. I might. Actually, I might be low in elemental overflow. I haven't been doing any forbidden reach at all, and I got 13k. That's enough. I was thinking I spent my elemental overflow down because I was buying the Bruffalon mount, and then I just haven't really been back since. Are enhanced shamans good in PvP? They're out there. They're around. You see them every now and then. They're making it work. Hi. Hello. How you doing? How are things with you? I might need to refill my water. I only started with like a third. Tess, thank you very much for the 24-month resub. Happy 2 years. Appreciate it very, very much. I wonder if we can do... You pet the cat with the one hand. I want to reconfigure the jacket to be a lap blanket, and then I think it'll feel just like we're still in bed. For today, titled the stream Mountain Mog Runs because I have some designs on doing Nighthold a few more times. I want to start doing Nighthold every week. You know, time permitting. On my level 70 characters, and I've done 2. I did my main this week, and then I did my druid, which means that I have my priest and my warrior still to go. They won't have the skip, I don't think. The priest might, actually, but the warrior certainly won't have the skip, so I'm going to have to full clear it at least once, if not twice. And I figure there's going to be good mog for me in there. There's going to be some mount chances. And then I also have not yet done whatchamacallit, BFA dungeon mounts yet. I'm still no runs in that yet this week. Or last week, or I think the week previous, but it's a you know, you gotta let your past stay in the dust. Happy too. Thanks for keeping this casual player motivated. Something I learned about those. What did you learn about them? Share. Tell me your secrets. In Freehold, you can run to the last boss. I'm waiting to see if there's more. I used to catch flack from people because I wouldn't do that. And at first my excuse was, oh, I want transmog from the other bosses. And then my excuse was, oh, I want gray and white transmog from all the trash. And now I have all of the transmog from the other bosses. I have no excuse. Now my excuse is that I tend to get leash snapped. When I'm running the last boss, I suppose I do it incorrectly. I can't imagine why. And you know, sometimes you'll outrange a mob that has aggro on you and it'll snap to you. I've discovered that in Freehold, sometimes the opposite happens, where you outrange a mob that you have aggro on, and then you snap back to it. It'll port me back in time to a bridge. Makes me go, ah! Run the last boss in Underrot, the third boss. King's Rest, though. If we got any 6 skips for King's Rest. Oh, that one takes some time. Alright, so we got 6 essences there. We got another 3, and then we got the cash, and that's... Oh, I see what you're saying now about how you would get that 9 every time. Or at least within separate spawns of it in a day, maybe. And then there should be a box. No, not that box. Not that one. Did I open it? I didn't mean to open it. I wanna... I have 103 essences. 103! I also still have this rabbit's foot that's making me drop all the stuff. I must have opened it. Could that be true? I don't know what they're usually called. Primalist Cache. Primalist Cache. No, I must have opened it. It's gone. I guess that's where the 9 came from, so... I am out of luck. I need 2 more essences to buy the pet, but I'm gonna have to wait until next time. That's all right. Let's do one of the night holds, and then maybe mix it up with some of the other farms. Saw that Underrot was going to be part of the new Mythic Plus rotation. Having trauma flashbacks. Sylvie Windrunner, thank you very much for the 4-month resub. Hi Hazel, what advice would you give to someone who wants to jump into healing? What I tell people is make sure that you are very happy with your UI, specifically your raid frames. Make sure that they are nice and the right size for you and visible and comfy to look at. And then give a try right from the get-go to mouse over healing. You don't have to set up an add-on or macros, at least at first. There is this mouse over cast option you can enable in the settings. I just heal like this generally on my evoker. I never even went back to macros or add-on. You turn that on, and then you can heal people by mousing over their raid frames without having to target anybody. And that's a really nice thing to get used to early. I want to go to Nighthold. I wonder if I have a Nighthold skip. I guess there's only one way to find out. I haven't played this. She's 3. She's got some amount of gear. She's got roughly the same amount of gear that the druid had. Mechagon, you can do a locket share skip. We're getting Underraw and Freehold back in Dragonflight Season 2. I was a DPS last time. When they start bringing back Shadowlands dungeons, which I understand wouldn't be for a while, but when they start doing that, I could see a world where, hi, you leaving? Oh, what if you want to sit on the lap with the comfy jacket? Wouldn't that be wonderful? You wanna hang out and sleep? I know you're probably tired. I kept you up really late last night. I'm sorry. Hi. I think she's leaving. I was wondering if I had the Nighthold skip. Oh, I was saying when they eventually start bringing back whatchamacallit, Shadowlands dungeons, then I'm gonna have some real deja vu, because those ones I healed. But BFA dungeons, I did Mythic Plus in BFA, but it was dramatically less of it. And I don't remember really understanding what was going on. I don't remember knowing a whole lot. Healing will give you a new perspective for sure. Would you recommend Preservation or Resto Druid for healing? Asking because I know you have experience with both. If you are beginning, I would say that Preservation Evoker's probably not a good pick. It's a little... It's kind of the what's a good analogy? It's kind of a lot. it's a bit finicky. You're trying to land a helicopter that has a lot of levers on it, and it's not immediately clear how they work together. I think between those two, Resto Druid would be easier to get started with. All Druid specs also have the feature where they have access to a lot of different abilities because of the different forms, and they can be a tiny bit annoying to get started with keybinding because of all of the different forms. Or not keybinding, but just like setting up your bars and having everything the way you like it. But you also don't have to, bind everything on your first day. Our Druid's really fun. And I think they've had a good minute in dungeon or raids. We have a couple of Resto Druids. Penguin Queen, thank you for the 25-month resub. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Penguin Queen. That's very sweet. I also want to thank Super Chief for a 24-month resub. Happy sub-anniversary. 2 years. My goodness. And then Lauren Streamer had a 3-month resub. And Badak had a 33-month resub a couple minutes ago. Good morning. Good morning. Remember your cute gnome in BFA. That would be... this one. That's the very same. That's right, because I didn't re-roll her when I played a Priest in Shadowlands. I just made a new one. Yeah, so she would have had... that's right, so she has an ally. She has Elfalist. I am here to help. That's right, she has Elfalist. I forgot that I used to play this character. I think the name change confused me. I think that when I decided to change her name and purchased it and sent it through, I was also erasing my own memory in a minor way. Forgot that I used to play this character. She just had a different name. Still a gnome at heart. So that's cool. Love the PvP color. So excited. I'm buying a house. I'm excited for you. Oh, that's so exciting. I know I just said the word excited a lot of times in a row. Let me come up with another one. Jubilant. There you go. Maybe the evoker has a wee gnome riding around in a backpack telling her what to do. She has gnome friends. Oh gosh. Maybe she's got gnome friends. Alrighty. I want to make sure that my raid difficulty is set to mythic. I'm very curious about if I have the skip or not. What did I play in Legion? I played this priest in Legion. I think I played this priest in Legion. I mean, I must have because I have Alphalist. I must have the skip. Like from raiding it normally, if not raiding it for transmog. I think. I guess I'll find out. I'll just try and hang a right at the end of the corridor and then we'll see. Because if so, I probably should have been farming it like that this whole time. I know I didn't have I didn't have this character leveled up for quite a while, but what does the transmog situation look like? I have a pretty high amount of cloth collected from here. The door's closed. I'm a little offended. I have a pretty high amount of cloth collected from here already from having raided it. I am missing a handful of things. Really? How could this be? I don't have Nighthold here either. I don't even have the quest. Maybe they'll do it? Oh, here, let's pick it up. There we go. It's a trivial quest. 04 echoes of time. Bummer. I wonder if I like... I don't know. Alright, well, let's run Nighthold. Off and away. Used to say she was your BFA character. She was my BFA character. What did I play in Legion then? I played a Shadow Priest through WoD and the one after that. The human? No, the human was Shadowlands. The human wasn't even born until Shadowlands. This character was... There was some race changing that happened to... I don't know. Clearly I don't have it, so it doesn't matter. It's a bit of a moot point. Lots of wonderful moments with Inksy for sure. Farming for the pure heart coursers. Love those streams. Kitty cat. Alright. So, how much damage do I do if I really need it here? She's still here. I think the Morning Pets initiative is working. So the next piece of Mog, Trilliax I need. Apparently the tier chest. How do I not have the tier chest? I guess it makes sense. You know, generally end a raid tier. Like I'll raid the whole thing, but then, or at least I'll raid to clear the raid and then farm it a couple times, and I'll usually be missing like one to three pieces of the set. We also need some bracers from Botanist. That's okay. It's more chances at the zone drops, which are BOE, cloaks, and then apparently a cloth belt. You can sell them for a decent chunk, assuming that you can find a buyer, but I think I would probably learn them just for the sake of getting the entry off of my all the things list. Trilliax is uncooperative with the loot for me. From your point of view, is it worth using two PCs, one for gaming, one for streaming? I have done it both ways. I have gamed and streamed off one PC and then also off of two. There may be more call to do it if you are streaming games that require a lot of just computer power to render nicely. Like if you're playing, you know, really high demand games, then maybe it makes more sense. But for me, I discovered I was getting very, very minor gains in the overall performance for having, you know, split up those two things. And it made my life just awful in terms of just adding so many different things that could potentially go wrong in their communication with each other. You can set all of it up to work together, but you're just adding a lot of different variables and different things that maybe they won't go wrong, but they could go wrong. And whenever something is going wrong, you've given yourself an extra 37 places to check. I found that it was just not worth it at all for me, and I've gone back. I just use the one computer now. It's certainly a doable thing. A lot of people do it. I did it originally because I had the second PC, and I figured, well, I have the equipment for it, I may as well. And then I learned through that experience that sometimes just because you can do something doesn't make it a good idea. It was extra power used. It was just a big headache. Add-on for tracking missing stuff is called All the Things. It's if you're into collecting really anything in WoW, it's hard to argue with. It's good stuff. Messy. So you could give me my tier chest. That's got to be like such a visible piece. I say as I preview it, it just shows me my current transmog. It doesn't look like that. No, it doesn't look like that. I guess maybe if we'll get it, we'll find out. We did it. We got it. We got a Purifier Straight. Now I can find out what it looks like. Hang on, let me take a look at the set. If we're looking at Nighthold, this is the Mythic Nighthold set. Oh, it's that one. I see. So I'm still missing bracers, which are from a different raid. The Emerald Nightmare bracers and feet apparently are from Emerald Nightmare. I don't remember that being a thing. That's weird. Working in my preservation evokers, Unlimited Hots, Big Blossom is one better than the other. The Unlimited Hots is going to perform a lot better, assuming you have 4-piece. If you're still working on tier, then Big Blossom is a bit easier to get running. I find that Big Blossom's really good on any fight that's going to have predictable stacked damage. So like Tectus, or what's his name? Is that his name? Big rock guy. He has, you know exactly when the damage is coming. It's going to be on everybody. Everybody's hopefully going to be stacked up. That's an excellent application for Big Blossoms. I'm not to say that you can't heal it with the Hots build. I usually go the reversion build on fights that need me to be moving more, fights have people spread out a little bit more, fights that have slightly less predictable or just, I don't know, messier damage. And then as I got my tier, I started to kind of use it more by default, and I would only switch back to the Blossoms build whenever it was like really, you know, really good, or I just wanted to be really lazy. It just loves you so much, it wants you to keep coming back. Mythic Preset from here in Emerald Nightmare is one of my favorites in the whole game. Such a love-hate relationship with the raid because the weapon illusion refuses to drop. One of those things that just doesn't play nice. It's kind of a cool look though. I feel like if you did get it, or if I got it, I would be tempted to make it a character. Or, okay, maybe not a whole character, although I don't currently have a mage. I'd be tempted to come up with some kind of transmog character combination that showcased it to the best of my creative ability. Because I think it would look kind of cool. going to actually take a sec and I'm going to fill up my water and see if I can... I might be like a minute. I'm going to see if I can... if there's anything that I can eat ridiculously quickly, because I really did just roll out of bed. I'll be right back. Okay. Muffins to the rescue. This is why we bake. Big problem where I get a cool appearance or set. Have to roll a new character. I was looking at this document that I have recently that's a list of the races that I do not currently have heritage armor collected on. And I was thinking to myself, well, what kind of classes would I roll on these races for the sake of collecting this? Like, what do those alts look like? Blood Elf is easy because I would do a Paladin because there's some form of transmog. There's like some extra thing that you can get for doing that. And I don't have a Paladin currently, so that's kind of a gimme. Male or female Blood Elf is a harder proposition. I feel like I like the male model a bit better, but they don't have as many options, and that's kind of rude. I'm gonna swap that around to there. There we go. What do we want to do first here? Let's go do Botanist and Astromancer. Muffins rule. These ones are pretty good. And I made them myself, so I know they're not like the healthiest of health foods. There's definitely like sugar in them, but there's also pumpkin seeds. I would argue that a muffin becomes a cupcake when you put icing on it. But if you put icing on my raisin bran pumpkin seed muffins, it would be a little weird. It wouldn't be unheard of. I think it would probably become something akin to carrot cake. Because I feel like you could make carrot cake in muffin format without the icing, and then you could get away with calling it a carrot muffin, depending on who you're talking to and how pedantic they like to be about that kind of thing. Oh, I broke him! That's more time to eat. I was on the fence about the pumpkin seeds, but they totally make it. That's really good. You think he's coming back? I don't know what Shadow Priest does anymore. I'm expecting to Dark Ascension because it gives me wings, and because the starter build has it. And I don't even really fully understand what spells it applies to. It says non-periodic spells, and I don't know if that includes channels. Dead boss anyway. The star effect is pretty. Alright, botanist has bracers. That we definitely need. I wonder if, bracers from botanist. I was gonna say, I wonder if there's recolors of those Emerald Nightmare pieces that would help me finish my set without having to go do Emerald Nightmare. But it really seems like, not so much. Alright, something about walking by the pool. Although, that won't get me all these extra chances at zone drops. Yeah. Wish there was a new heavenly model of the ivory clouds here. Pastel pink, so pretty. The rust feather mount yesterday, so I can confirm it really does exist in some universe. Do you know how long it took you? First of all, congratulations. I don't know why I've given up on rust feather to such an extent. I think it's because there was a time in my world where I was able to somewhat reliably tag it at least twice per spawn. And I can't really do that anymore, because it dies too fast. And, I guess that just makes me feel like killing it only once every 20 minutes is just, like, not good enough or something. Like, oh, what am I gonna do while I'm waiting? And I think we saw, based on, like, when I was camping Undasta, I can do lots of things. I can set a timer. I can set a timer and log on to another character and, like, level or something. You don't have to sit there for 20 minutes. As long as you have some idea of when it's going to be, you can just kind of log in a minute or two ahead of it and then do it that way. I remember this fight because I wanted a multi-dot, but it was just raw padding. Like there was no good reason to do it. I may or may not have done it. No, you know what? I might have been getting like a proc. It might have been one of those things where people are like, I'm padding because I'm trying to fish for procs. It's for my increased damage on the main target. Thank you very much. We all heard that before. Can you not make the temporal displacement unit? Can you not make the temporal displacement unit? I need more coffee. I don't understand these words. I've been able to pretty reliably find one cider mount in accessing alternate universe Mechagon. Yeah. I don't think I'm that good. I think that might be a bit beyond my my amounts of effort that I'm willing to put into Rust Feather. I say as I complain about Rust Feather being too much effort to just wait. It's where I was funneling. But yeah, most of the characters that would be farming Rust Feather probably haven't been to Mechagon before. I've wiped quite a few ults. Tichondrius. Let's go do Tichondrius. I don't have the Arachnid Harvester either. So I would also need to work on that one. And sometimes that one tricks me because like I'll see it spawn and I'll be like, oh, I can make it in time. And then I abandon my Rust Feather post to try to make it in time. And then I miss both of them. Has happened to me, I feel like at least once. But I think I would just try to farm just Rust Feather with like a bunch of characters and then move them all to Harvester and try to farm just that. It just seems like quite rare. I don't know. It seems like it's harder to get those mounts than it is to get other, like in BFA and Shadowlands there was, I guess BFA is what it's from, but in Shadowlands there was all manner of you know, rares that drop mounts, and I feel like overall, I guess I just got used to like 2% drop rates. Nighthold doesn't take that crazy long to run once you've stopped getting lost. Folklore Nighthold, it's not, you know, super fast, but it is dramatically faster when you, and by you I mean me, has learned whereabouts the bosses, specifically in the courtyard. Like, getting to the courtyard's no trouble. It's pretty linear, but you get here and I would get all turned around. I think it's because I forgot that Croesus is behind the Night Spire, and I figured there was nothing back there because that was where you go for the end of it. It was a big mess. Back at Gunray Mounts, feel like camping from Malkorak or something. But Malkorak seemed more generous to me. Malkorak seemed more reasonable. I didn't mind camping Malkorak. I guess I was also occasionally finding Malkorak up via group finder, so I wasn't always waiting through the entire spawn timer for it. Croesus cannot give me anything, but I'm gonna go visit him anyways. Survived the first week of my new job. Thought I'm still able to catch weekend streams. Congratulations. I'm really happy for you. That's the heart. That's the heart. The tough bit. I have the beginnings of flowers on my tomato plant that's in my office under the lamp. It's quite exciting. The thing can't decide how upset it is. It just gives up on branches. But then it's like, well, I'll make another one. I'm a tomato plant. I'm gonna make some tomatoes. It's got moxie, which I appreciate. I'm very curious to see if I actually get any fruit out of it, because it's looking a little bit better, but I couldn't tell you why. I think I need to keep the lettuce cut back. I think maybe the lettuce is upsetting it in some way. Not familiar with the details, but kind fellow shared their Anax kill yesterday when she was in Chromie time. Oh, nice! That's always really sweet whenever things like that happen in WoW. Thunderveg, thank you for the 20-month resub. Wow, happy 20 months, Hazel. Happy 20 months. Oh, I have Croesus. I'm curious as to what the gold income's like from this. I don't think it's good, but it's not nothing. You know, you get a handful of like, what, 2, 4, 5 things. Average price, call it like, I don't know, 17 gold maybe? 18 gold? Not nothing. It's 18 gold I get to keep. I've started just vendoring like the lay blood in the cloth, though. I find I usually can't sell it. How are we doing? Yeah, just ready for the end. There we go. Hi, chat. Hi, Hazel. Hello, Christmas. How you doing today? There is a teleporter. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I wonder what the warrior is going to be like in here. I don't remember how much gear she's wearing. I got her in something, but I don't remember what. I suppose I can actually take a look and see if she needs any primalist gear. She might not, though. What would I have done to gear up the warrior? I feel like nothing. I don't know. We'll take a look at it. But I want to do kind of a comfier day and see if I can have most of this stream be just mountain mog farming. You know, something nice and cozy where we can sort of chill out and chat. And then maybe off stream, I will see if I can crush out some solo shuffle, because whenever I start shuffling, I want to keep shuffling, but I don't think it makes for the best stream, and I want to just get through as much of the bar as I can, so that maybe we can like finish getting the vicious mount on stream, but spare you guys from some of the middle bits. You sent her some stuff, but deleted one of her weapons. Oh, that's right! And then I like had a new weapon crafted. That's right. I do have another, I've had more primalist weapons drop since then, so I could replace it. And I'm not exactly on the verge of, getting any more characters to 70. I was considering that. I was thinking about, especially if I'm using my 70 specifically to farm Nighthold, it would benefit me to have more of them set up and ready to do this. But like, then I'd have to level them 60 to 70, and especially in the characters that I don't want to heal on and don't really have any interest in time walking dungeons on. I suppose you just gotta do it, but leveling in Dragonflight started out being like really exciting and convenient because, you know, they've made all these changes where you can do the campaign or you can do world quests or there's all these other things to do. And practically all of that choice is a great thing. But in my brain, It just kind of freaks me out. And I end up feeling like whenever I go to level that I'm being very messy. I feel like I'm wading through a rec room that is just filled waist high with various things. And there's no hope of ever categorizing or dealing with or sorting everything out. You're just trying to find the ping pong ball that your friend sent you down there to get. Messy, messy, messy. It's not time for Christmas movies yet. I got spring and summer first. Alright, Elisande. Do I like her style because she has really ornate gear? Or do I like her style because I can see her thighs? It's a real... I mean, she's got, like, glowing tattoos. That's pretty sick. And if she wasn't dressed like that, you couldn't see them. But purple and red and gold is kind of a choice. I didn't realize until yesterday when I was putting together the topics for the news video that Noble Garden is such a short holiday. It's only 1 week long. It's not a 2-week affair. So if there's anything that you wanted from Noble Garden and you haven't gotten around to looking at it yet, you got until Monday at 10 a.m. Or maybe EU has a different time, but it's really, I for some reason thought it must be 2 weeks long and it's really not. Also, I got a toy from an egg that I was looting while I was just getting like a little bit of footage for the news video that I didn't have yet. And I don't know if it was a new toy they added this year or if I just missed out on catching up on them last year, because I only heard people talking about the Drake's Big Basket of Eggs. But I got it was like a flower planting kind of toy. Let me see here. Spring Florist's Pouch. Yeah, you use it. It's a 1-minute cooldown. You plant a flower. I don't know. Requires Noble Garden to be active. Oh. Well, it's not as exciting. But I didn't, and then I saw it on the vendor after, after I went to check for it. And I guess it's a good job that it dropped for me because I did not save any chocolates to buy on the vendor. Do I know when 10.1 releases? Yes. Weekly reset of May 2nd. So not this upcoming weekly reset. Or the following one, but the one after that. Weekly reset of, so it's May 2nd, North America, May 3rd, EU, I want to say. With maintenance. Love Wild Farming Mounts, happy to have found your stream. And happy to have you here. More or less the gist of it. What are we going to do in 10.1? I'm sure there's going to be new things to farm and things to collect. There's going to be something to do in my main. There's going to be something that she needs to do in the Zaralite Caverns. I might do a little bit of keys on stream. I don't imagine doing a ton of it. If you had glowing tattoos, you'd make a point of dressing like that. I think you're right. Have I got all the pets from the vaults yet? I think so. I think so. I've stopped going. I've stopped doing the vaults because once I figured I had all the pets, I figured there's nothing left in here for me except for the speck of bronze dust, and nobody has gotten that yet. So I'm just going to wait until people start saying that the bronze dust is available. And then, until then, I'm just going to keep my keys, and I'm going to stay away from the place that just fills my bags with piles of garbage. I have my rings all set up, and I had them from basically the first week. And it took me 2 more weeks to figure out that all the vaults was doing was just making a big mess of my bags. You know, there's some amount of gold, but I got the pets so quickly. There might be like profession benefits to be had there. Also, I did not get the, I didn't even drumroll, I did not get them out. There may be profession benefits to be had, shards of knowledge and then like recipe scraps and stuff like that, but I'm good. Speck of bronze dust and then one other item. Yeah, which I haven't heard anybody having yet, so I figure I'm just gonna wait until people are saying they're getting that. Got a mount last night, Vorquin full. In the vaults? You got a Vorquin full mount in the vaults? What's it called? Bigger bags, please. I don't want bigger bags. I want less stuff in my bags. I want, well, I mean, this is my own fault for running Nighthold, but, oh, no, give me that back. Oh, a pet, I'm so sorry. Oh. I think I got, because man, a Vorquin full pet. That's the Azure Span one, that's the Azure Span one. Oh, Barrel Mane, that's the name of it. Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, I think I have everything except for the Mossy Mammoth, which I'm just gonna give a couple more weeks on before I go poking around looking for the thing. I'm anticipating some kind of a revelation. It's a new mount for the Melt Vault. And as far as I can tell, no one has been able to get the speck of bronze dust yet. I don't think it's been widely available. So I figured someone else will find it before I do, and then I can take their lead and start using my keys. But until then, I'll just sit on them. Wish it was mount sized with those proportions. That would be really cute. 155. 155. Is the item level of the stuff that we're getting rid of, more or less? Nope. Well, do I need that? I don't know. I got some amount of gear in this character because she actually went to raid a little bit. Okay, I'm tired of vendoring things. Finish it some other time. Can I do... I forgot about her transmog. I made this mog for Trial of Style, and I forgot how much I liked it. She's ready to go. Does she need a weapon? I don't know if she does. Let's go take a look. She was big on her... I think that's just her feet. I think that... Here, let me take off her boots. No, those are big shoes. Those are big shoes. You are correct. Alright. She is item level 345, which is a pretty big step down. She has, one... Oh, that's right. I used a Primalist weapon and then it was... Was it unique equipped? They're not unique equipped, so I couldn't use another one. But you want to learn it in Arms and not Fury to make sure you get a two-hander. That's right. And then she's also missing, she could use... Here, I'm just going to make a little list, because I need, she is missing some stuff, so here. She needs boots. What? Neck. Super needs a neck piece. Shoulders, yes. Bracers. Because I have got some stuff in my bank that I can send her. Gloves, belt, a ring, and then a trinket? Is that a Primalist trinket? Might be a Primalist trinket. I won't worry about the trinket so much, and then I guess a weapon. Alright, time to visit the bank vault. BFA dungeons can be soloed, yeah. All right. Oh, I forgot how cool our transmog is. Bank vault. That's the one. There she is. So, let's grab Primalist. So there's one neck piece and a weapon. What about a ring? Good. Gloves, bracers, shoulders, boots. Primalist plate. Belt? Yeah, belt. Bracers. Not a chest piece. Shoulders. No boots available, apparently. I've been trying to keep it all vaguely organized, mildly together. That's why I got the one-handed mace. Use the weapon token as Fury. The only reason I know is because I had chat at. I was streaming at the time that I started using them before, and I I had the advice at the right time. Oh yeah, look at all those weapons. Cloth, leather, cloth, plate, helm. She doesn't need. Okay, so she's good. So she can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that should help out pretty substantially. No gold, but that's okay. And then I'll just grab the rest of this stuff and not finish organizing it, because apparently I'm only making messes today. I'm not cleaning them up. Oh no, come on, let's do this properly. Let's do one thing right in our lives. Okay, so I want to, first of all, what is this? It's a raid finder pair of leather bracers. Does anybody want that? 800 gold. Just get it out of here. I don't want it. And then, all right, so the plate stuff is going down there. The weapons and the generic stuff I was putting over here. Plate stuff down there. And then leather. Lots of leather. Can make a nice pile of it. I have 5 primalist leather helmets. I'm never in my life going to have that many leather wearing characters. It's just not going to happen. And then that's going to be cloth. There's also another weapon. Cloth, 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 and then mail. So the mail's going to go there. Yeah, mail's there. And then this is all the cloth stuff. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching this episode of Hazel Puts Things into Bags. Here we go. As someone who has the Blood Elf heritage on a female Blood Elf, can confirm you should get it. No idea there's a bank in the troll area in Org. Send it to a leatherware. Sell at 30-ish gold a pop. I think I might just delete it before that point. She has some Undasta gear on her. Look at these bags. What is all of this trash? I refuse. Hang on a second. Here. First of all, cleanup bags. Second of all, auction house mount. Third of all, meat can just be gone. Oh, you know what? I'm not even using... Here, let's turn on TSM so I can see values, so I can see which things I should probably not be vendoring. 30 gold you could keep. It would be 30 gold I could keep. That's true. Be gone meat. I'd sell the meat if it was worth, like, even a gold a piece, but it's... You know what? Juicy Crunch carrots, 99 silver per. I'll throw those up there. Any and all of this can just get out of here. I'm not blacksmithing. I don't need all this ore. Just get it all out of here. Copper frozen focuses and copper hushed zephyrs, and what do we have? That's food that I can actually use. That's fine. Sagacious incense. I have a lot of shovels. Did I make them? I did make shovels. I don't need to carry around... How many is that? Like 8 of them? Can I sell like 5 of those? That seems appropriate. And that's... You know, frees up 5 bank slots. Those are Undasta things. That I don't need. That I don't need. That's an inscription technique that somebody might buy. That's a clam. Get out of here. Be gone. Oh, undead battle training stones. Rematch. Pet. Anyone need it? Undead that's not level 25. Nope. All my undead pets are fully leveled, so I don't need those. I can send them away along with my my charms here. Undasta bones can be gone. At least I'm not getting any more of those. That's good. Primal Stormling I'll stash in a bank and wait until enough time has passed so that they're actually worth something, by which I mean not never, but like I'm gonna have to really procrastinate for a while. I don't want the ominous conches. I'm just vendoring the lockbox. These rep tokens I really should turn in, but yeah. And then I thought I sold my carrots. do a little mouse over here. See what's worth hanging on to. Salt deposit. Well, there's 62 of them. Jackie Appleson, thank you for the 2-month resub. Appreciate it. The fishies are worth like next to nothing now, which is kind of a bummer. They used to be nice. But all of this we can get something for, and then we'll have I'll feel better. I'll feel marginally better. This can get stashed in the bank next to the Stormling. Aquatic Maw. Lots of order. A couple thousand gold worth of that. You mentioned today was for making messes. You sound like my kids. It's every day for them. Eldest near your age. 14k only? On this particular character? Yep, that's true. Left Shark has gone from free to like 60 goldish depending on server. Wow. It's I mean, that's a big percentage increase. Something. Alright, am I happy with this? I want to get rid of these things, but... at least the stuff's selling. That's nice. Alright, I'm going to stash 2 things in the bank. I'm going to send 2 of them to my main. I'm going to accept all of this lovely gear and make sure I'm in the right loot spec when I learn that weapon. So, Zelixia is my main. She can take the pet stuff. And then what's in her bank? Does she have anything in her bank? She has 2 anima webbing and the Horseman's horrific hood, I guess just because I was thinking that maybe one day they would let you, well, I don't know. I don't know why I kept the Horseman's hood. We can vendor the anima, I suppose. I don't have a reagent bank learned, and I don't have any bag slots purchased. Here, we'll stick this right in the middle, and then we'll stick this over here. It'll be like, you know, sitting down in a large hall with a lot of chairs when there's nobody there. You don't have to take up every single spot. Turning the rep tokens, get them out of your bags. Yeah, but you have to go, you know, hither and thither for that. I'm deleting the Shaw of Anger Claw. And I'm deleting the Sonova thing, because I've done the Furbolgs already. Tuskar Totem. One of these I can do here. Yeah, you can turn in the Titan relics in town, so that at least I can get rid of. This wasn't intended to be... I mean, I'm going to go do Nighthold, so I'm about to ruin her bags again, but it is dramatically easier. Oh, I don't know where any of this stuff turns in. It's dramatically easier. Lead Titan Researcher Sorotis. She's, like, somewhere. It's easier to clean out your bags after doing a mount run when you don't have a bunch of stuff in them to begin with that you have to kind of, like, tiptoe around. The worst is doing it on your main where you're, like, I know where she... Well, no, I don't know where she's... Evidently. It's not back here. Isara, thank you for the 26-month threesome. It's one of these enclave things. I kind of figured that there would be like a turn-in kind of situation. Somewhere under the dragon changing platform. Okay, dragon changing platform is over this way. And then there's... If I go around the corner... I know it's just in this vague... Oh, you're totally right. Excellent. Okay. So, here? Yeah. There we go. And we're getting a whole whopping, what are we saying? 90 reputation for turning in the pair of them, which is not bad, you know. Not great, but not bad. Does she have... Oh, you know what? She has... Just sold all of her Ceravite. She has all of these Dragon Isle supplies that I don't need for anything else. I'm gonna buy some transmogs. Yeah, I can afford all of those. So let me get 30 Ceravite ores, 3 glowing Titan orbs, and then start with that. Just before I forget. I know I just sold a bunch of this stuff, but we can buy it back. What did I say? 40 of this? I guess I can always repost it. And then 3 glowing Titan orbs. There was some amount of Wildercloth involved. I might have been tattered Wildercloth? Yeah, 20 tattered Wildercloth and then 1 Eternity Amber. And then we can buy some of those things. Or all of those things. Just to take them off the list. The convenience of the Brutosaur cannot be overstated. I'm assuming silver. Silver is usually the answer if you're buying one of these things. And then I need a mailbox, which we can use the birdie. I've been giving Katie Stamp Whistle a nice vacation. Why do you get so few Titan relics compared to the other rep tokens? I don't know. They are definitely, I think Veldrak and Accord, because of that, is one of the hardest reps to force. Or at least it was at one time. And are these neat looking? Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know that I would use them, but I don't know that I wouldn't use them. Might be nice to have them on hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So let's get our gear equipped anyways. Let's go make sure we are loot spec'd into arms just for a second. And then we're going to generate the weapon because we want a two-hander. That gives me a second Great Sword of Raging Tempest. Appreciate that. And now we're cooking. I can set my loot spec back to Fury if we want. Doesn't really matter. So we want to just get this whole item level up. 345. 350. 355. 363. That's a big one. My necklace was awful. It was 256. Belt brings me to 366. So I'm not going to be in the 380 range that my druid was in. 370. Yeah, okay. But not crazy far off it either. So let's get rid of all the rest of that stuff. And then there. Unspent profession. Not much. Oh yeah, I'm a blacksmith. That's right. Forgot about that. And I haven't leveled my blacksmithing up enough to like get into these other things. So despite the fact that I've gone, I'm just dumping points in here, I suppose. Do I want that one? Stonework? Not really. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't know when I'm gonna get the blacksmithing skill. I didn't even take her to the Darkbane Fair for the free skill up, so I can't complain at all. All right, so she's heading to Nighthold. Does she have a dollar on Hearthstone? I don't know that I do. I don't know that I have a dollar on Hearthstone. There was some trick to getting one. There was some trick to getting a dollar on Hearthstone. There was like an NPC that you talk to in like an inn somewhere. Because this character's pretty new, so she may actually have not been to Legion Dalaran. Innkeeper in Dalaran. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go, I'll be right back 1 sec, and then we'll poke around and get that and do Nighthold again. Jacket can also be a blanket. Okay. Alright, so I need to go to Dalaran. Not that one. The other one. Alexis JTV, thank you for the 12-month resub. A year of Hazel. Woohoo! Looking forward to more streams content. Really enjoy watching them. Much love to Kira. Oh, thank you. Okay. So, I'm gonna do this. One way or another. I'm gonna do this way. I'm going to take this, and then I'm gonna get on a mount, and it's gonna be okay. Got a nice little Wonder Wing here. And fly there. Little opportunity to bond with the parrot. Oh yeah, I guess there would have been a Dalaran portal. A Legion Dalaran portal because of the keys. What's my excuse? My excuse is that I'm trying not to get used to that one because it'll go away with next season, but the truth is I just forgot. I was like, no, silly. There's a portal in Veldraken that takes you to Stormwind. That's different. And then you're absolutely right. There is one. Oh, well, this'll work. Thought it was an owl? You think this is an owl? I wonder if it makes espresso. PvP mount grind. Got to 1900 rating. 50% towards the mount. Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. That's an excellent rating for a first-time player. Did you see they finally made Balance of Power account wide in 10.07? I heard. It's great news. My procrastination's paid off. Blotsfamir, thank you for the 46-month resub. Happy Saturday, even though it's 5 a.m. Sunday here. Good morning, happy Sunday. Expected to tank it shortly, though. That's, it's just your humility talking. You're on fire. You're doing it. I climbed a little bit of rating yesterday, not to 1900. I did solo shuffle and went from like 12, 13 to 15-ish, and I'm expecting to tank it back down promptly. We'll see. All right. Excuse me. I forget who I speak to about this, so I'm just going to talk to everybody. The service in this place is terrible. Terrible. The stuff isn't bad, but it's a bleeding shame just letting the beans sit in water. Is it just me or is this dwarf really tall? Beans sit in water and calling that a proper beverage. I need to bring some of this coffee back to the famed Thunderbrew clan, let them have a go at it. Imagine a good stout age. I mean, I guess people do make coffee stouts. People do all kinds of things. Oh, okay, so she'll give it to me. Here we go. That'll do. All right, Nighthold. On my evoker, I can take my Court of Stars portal, and that works. Only on my evoker, though. Let's not get carried away. Hey, Hazel and chat. What's up, Nidra Gaming? How you doing today? How are things with you? This way, approximately. I'm almost scared to look at all the things on a plate-wearing character. She's gonna need all kinds of stuff. She has 73% of just Broken Isles things in general, which seems high to me. I guess it's not that crazy high. Bunch of Transmog sets and stuff. What's the plan on stream today? I'm taking it easy with some mountain mog farms. So we've been doing Nighthold. I've been doing Nighthold on all my 70s. This is my last one. And then I have... You know, I might run out of things to do. I might run out of... I mean, not farms to do in general, but my plan was to do Nighthold on this character. And then take my main through the BFA dungeons. I suppose I can also take my alt to the BFA dungeons. That would keep me busy. Underrot, Freehold, King's Rest to try for those mounts. And I could do that on my alts as well. Although, you know, I could do that on my alts as well. There's no reason not to. Best of luck. Any luck? Crack 2K Mythic Plus rating come Monday. My first ever Keystone Master. Oh, you got this. A way to get the purple 10.1 Priest tier set Mog without doing Mythic rating or Mythic Plus. It's a good question. There may be a way. I don't know enough about it to give you a definitive answer right now. It's in the past it's been based in item level brackets, but they're doing some, not crazy, but some big changes with. I don't know enough to give you a good answer, but it's hi. It's a good question. Oh, I've been trying to hit my Shadow or Pain button, but I'm on the wrong note for that. Welcome back. You wanna come up? Hello. She's not sure about the corduroy. Yeah. I've gotten turned around. This happens to me every time. You can do it, kitty cat. Come on up. I think I'm gonna try and do some solo shuffling off stream today. I think that's the best thing to do. How do I make that fun? How do I have a solo shuffle party? I guess you can't really party by yourself. You put on your comfiest hoodie, and then you make some real, you know, kickin' tea. You get a power muffin on your desk just in case, and then you pretend that you're training for the solo shuffle championships. The solo shuffle 1400 rated championships. That's me. I feel like the good purple transmogs are always mythic. My Rested Druid Conquest set, not the Elite set, but just the regular Conquest set's actually purple as it happens. That's the other thing I'm getting at. It solo shuffles all the PvP transmogs. Put your comfiest jammies on, get some snacks, go ham. Maybe a good well, it might have to be the right playlist. I keep thinking I can multitask while doing PvP. And I can't. Apparently it takes every brain cell that's in my little crunchy noggin here. Hi, kitty cat. Oh, you're so sweet. Hi, honey. How you doing? You want to do anything today? I'll do your nails later. You want pedicure? How's the kitty? She's good. She's real good. Hello. Hi. Howdy. Howdy. How are things? This character, there's no way that she has a skip. She's young. I think she was born... this Crinkle was born somewhat recently, so she won't have an idle skip. I'll make a point of picking up the quest over here. Secret is to not use brain cells. That is one way to do it. It's usually what it looks like I'm doing. Do I recommend this game? Yeah, I'd recommend this game. As much as I'd recommend anything that I take part in and enjoy. What else do I take part in and enjoy that I would recommend? Green tea, walks, cats. You know, allergies notwithstanding. Ooh, gardening. Jigs. Fishing. Fishing I can see as having a less universal appeal and being not for everybody. Hiking. Hiking's good stuff. There's all manner of different levels you can get into hiking at that are all wonderful for a lot of reasons. Oh yeah, we can do it. We can take this down. So I got a pair of wrists. I got a pair of bracers. I apparently need like everything. I only have 10 transmog appearances now. Out of Nighthold in general. We've collected 6 out of 34 options in Mythics, so there's all kinds of different mog that I can get for doing this. I guess I just haven't really been running it on play characters. Did I pick up? Yeah, I did pick up Echo of the Time. Good. That means that we do this for 4 weeks and then we can get the skip. I love fishing. It's peaceful. I kind of combine fishing with hiking and bird watching in that I like hiking to get to fishing spots that are a bit more private or out of the way. And then whenever I've been fishing for a few hours and I'm bored, I keep some binoculars handy so that if I see any really good birds, I can whip out the binoculars and get a good look at them. I like identifying all the different things that I can try and see because there's all kinds of birds near water. We get bald eagles. You get all kinds of different ducks. I saw some funny looking ones that I identified, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. I'm almost certain that I'm not. But they were common Morgansers. Morganser was the name of the duck. They had, that was what, I have like an app that'll show me the different things. They were just kind of palling around in, on the lake. Secluded fishing is the best fishing. Yeah, I think I would rather be unsuccessful than fish in front of like a lot of people. It's kind of like a nice antisocial time for me, where I kind of want to just try things and spend some time outside and not be too worried about doing, you know. Not saying that people try to backseat fish me. I don't think that's ever happened, but I have this, you know, desire to just kind of like be outside and nice and quiet. Sometimes people go by on boats. Oh, we got some lake plates. It's nice. How surprised would you be if I just got the weapon illusion? We just run through here and it's just like, hey, just get the illusion Chronos. Just have it drop. Never met someone before who enjoys bird watching? Really? I mean, I wouldn't portray myself as being like really good at it. You know, I'm not a birder that has well, I mean, I would have one of the little books, but some people are very, very scientific and methodical about it. I just like looking at birds, and then it's fun to try and figure out what they are and then to learn more facts about them. I benefit from living in a place where there's many different birds. We have a number of different kind of ecosystems within walking or driving range here. There's oceans, there's lakes, there's mountains, there's, you know, suburban neighborhoods, there's urban areas, and you're going to get different birds all over the place. And there's just so much to see. They're so fun. Do this raid in Pally for the plate mog. What it takes to excel at bird watching. A lot of it comes down to traveling a lot to see as many as one can. I never thought of it in context of excellence. It's one of those things that I feel like I just, you know, if you see a bird. I like all the normal birds too. You know, sometimes it's exciting to see a rare bird that you don't normally see. And then you go, well, what was one of these doing over here? But it's also, they're all cute, I think, is the thing. They're all interesting. And it's fun to kind of watch them do their thing outdoors in their natural habitat. The last time I went fishing, it was kind of on and off raining and then on and off sunny. Like there was just rain clouds kind of rolling through. And it would rain for 20 minutes, then it would get kind of warm and sunny, and then it would rain again, and then it would get kind of overcast, and then it would get sunny, and it was just kind of on and off all day. And there was a bald eagle hanging out in a tree. And in one of those sunny patches, when it was getting warm for a second, you could see it kind of like perching itself and angling towards the sun, and then just like holding its wings out, and then, you know, apart from its body in kind of this strange posture. And it was like trying to dry him off. It was warming up. It was sunbathing. And you could see it kind of working on its feathers. It was really cool. Or I saw a Cooper's hawk in the city recently. If you see a bird, congratulations, you've done it. That's kind of my thinking too. Although perhaps I just haven't spent enough time in the company of elite birders. And I would discover the error of my ways. Eagles working on their tan. To log it, you have to see it, according to my friend of mine who's an avid bird watcher. I suppose otherwise you would just be a bird listener. Could also be valid. Enjoy nature, you can try golf. Win-win. I have a bit of a grievance with golf in that it's something that requires a lot of human intervention and resources to create the spaces for. It's not that it's just not for me. I don't begrudge other people golf, but it's just not for me. If you never see anybody be called a bird looker, bird searcher, the bird whisperer. Aw, Slemus, I'm sure that's not true. How nice is it to be able to just kind of shower or swim or put on a hat and take it off and have your hair look exactly the same? DDIS Disty, thank you for the 2-month resub. We get kookaburras in the trees outside my apartment. Noisy as heck. unique and special. They're hard not to love. I've been greatly enjoying just observing crows because I live in the city and there's a lot of crows here. And it's fun watching them just kind of interact with each other and kind of go about in like pairs or small groups, and they're nesting currently, and you'll see them, you know, pulling twigs out of trees and flying off with little bits of grass that they've decided are like the piece of grass, and it's just nice to see somebody busy, you know. I feel like at least even if I'm not doing anything, the crows are getting something done. Old house had a crow that would tap on my window every morning at 7 a.m. I used to feed it and then head off to work. Holy moly. Yeah, I don't currently feed any wildlife that I see. I just visit and say hi. Wildlife, and then just, you know, animals that are outdoors. I like to acknowledge the birds, just in case they're, you know, looking for that. I like to imagine a bird that doesn't usually think a whole lot of the people going by, and they think that we're not very smart because they don't know what we're saying, what we're doing, and we seem to be, you know, just doing silly things all the time. And then they're like, hang on, that person looked at me. That person waved like they wave at each other. And then, you know how like if you saw like a wild, you know, squirrel, you know, approach a person, and you'd be like, well, that's a little bit cute and strange. I feel like the crow might feel the same way about me, being like, it's a weird thing for a person to do. Look, everybody. This one is noticing us. I just need to learn how to speak crow. Bird acknowledging the new bird watching. Know how to speak whale thanks to Dory. Still need to learn crow. I enjoy how different their specific individual voices are. I'm sure that's the case with lots of birds, but you can really notice it with crows, where they have like a pretty wide vocal range, and they have specific voices to like individuals. And every now and then you get like a really funny sounding one that you can recognize. You're like, oh yeah, this block has that one. And then you like start to listen for it whenever you go by that block, and you're like, hey, there it is. And then once you get to the point of nicknaming crows is how you know you've lived somewhere for a while and given up on making human acquaintances. Hello, Hazel. Greetings from Germany. Hello. Hi, kitty cat. You can't see this because of the camera, but I have a cat on my lap. She's not sleeping. She's just cozy. Okay. Oh, I've fallen in the puddle. Oh, I've gone in the pond. Oh, ponds are not often a great place to swim. Stagnant water can tend to get bacteria in it that are not always friendly to human bodies. Oh, I can jump out of it. Oh, I fell. No. Oh dear. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. We can hike up that hill. I was so excited for that leap. I really thought I'd done it. Do you know how many vaults exist? I don't actually. It's a good question. I haven't been recently, so I've probably missed a few. Every door, everywhere, all at once. I have a feeling that there will be a week where a specific vault comes around and the bronze dust is available in that one generally, and then everybody is going to be getting it at once, the same way that everybody kind of got up to the bronze dust on the first week. Okay, got another eventide cask. What is that, a helmet maybe? Currently doing the achievement for the forbidden title, missing a book. I'll keep you busy for a while, Glamrock. Always get the same books. I suppose I might need to do the achievement eventually. That actually that's what's going to bite me in the butt about not having gone back to the vaults, is whenever I want to do the it's not called Forbidden Reaching. It's called You Know How to Reach Me. It's the Forbidden Reach meta achievement. It needs you to open like 150 doors. And I have not done that. I have not been keeping up with that. All right, we need to do Tichondrius. We need to do Croesus. What if the spec is not in the vaults, an item you need to convert outside? Hazel, back to playing well. Yeah. It seems like one of those things that someone will figure out at some point. Probably think it's part of the end of expansion achievement. I think you're right. I think I would expect that to be the case also. It's not like a guaranteed thing, but it seems pretty likely that they do another thing in the vein of Veilstrider. The thing I liked about Veilstrider was that I already had big chunks of it done. I just had to go back and do the Covenant activities at the time. I have 4 achievements. Oh man. I have none of the books for Librarian. I am 71. I guess I'm already halfway there. I feel like Doorbuster's not so bad. It also gives you the Forbidden title, which is kind of neat. Porter wants you to do... Oh, it doesn't say. Okay, got some shoulder blades. Are they cool looking? Am I gonna wear any of this stuff? They're kind of neat looking. I feel like I like doing the novelty mogs on my gnome warrior though. I don't think I really want to put her in like these super serious chunky plate sets because she's so tiny that she just gets swallowed up in anything she wears that's too big. Croesus? Where did I get the wings? Those are part of the Dragonflight, one of the deluxe edition pre-orders. I think it was the top tier of them that had the wing transmogs. They were available in all of the major Dragonflight colors. So if you go items, back piece. Yeah. Wings of Awakening. So you had the bronze, green, blue, red, and black. The whole purpose of the stuff there and the interactable item. Oh, what's the whole purpose of it? I swear it's a secret. It very well could be. It's one of those things that could be just because, and it could be part of something bigger. I think I've lost confidence in my own ability to figure stuff like that out. Found the elusive quick hoof just now. Oh, congrats, Macy. That's awesome. Those are so cute. Oh, kitty cat. What can I get from Croesus? I can get tier chest and some bridge breaker gauntlets. What are the different races that I'm gonna need to come up with heritage armor for? I'm gonna need to eventually, probably not soon, because we only have like 2 and a bit weeks before 10.1. I feel like I can keep busy until then without needing to make any new walls. I can maybe get like 1 more leveled up to 70 if it comes to that. But I need heritage armor, apparently for dwarf, which really surprises me because I've had dwarves in the past. I guess I just never did the heritage, I never did the rep and the heritage armor questline on them. And I could character restore one of those dwarves, but I would rather start a new dwarf because that's just who I am. So I need dwarf, blood elf, goblin, worgen, and tauren. And I don't know what, I mean, I guess at the end, you know, worst case scenario, just make 5 hunters. Shadow, thank you for the 3-month resub. Shadow. 109. Main is a troll, no love. Yeah, I hope they get to those eventually. Okay, we got the gauntlets. reasonable progress actually on drops for this so far. I think when they finally do get around to it, Troll Heritage Armor is going to be so cool. it's like Darkspear Trolls, because we have Zandalar Trolls, but I think Darkspear Troll Heritage is going to be really neat. I hope they do something with kind of like a lot of the wooden and rope influences, you know, they've maybe some Senjin Village style sharpened stakes. I'm looking to get out of here. I think I've done all these bosses. Let's go finish this. I do have a Darkspear Troll. I have a Darkspear Troll Hunter, so she's ready for if they ever add Darkspear Heritage Armor. So the Blood Elf is going to be a Paladin. I'm going to mark this down in my document, actually. The Blood Elf can be a Paladin. What is my Dwarf alt going to be? In the past, I've made Dwarf monks. Dwarf and Dark Iron Dwarf. I've done both of them as monks. One of these is going to have to be a mage. Or not have to be, but one of these it would be nice if it was a mage, because I don't currently have a mage. And for some reason, it seems like I would like one. The reason I don't have a mage is because every time I think I would like one, it turns out to be not true. But, you know, I'm down to fall for that again. Tauren mage? I could do. Any of these could be a mage. Dwarf, Goblin, Worgen, Tauren. All options. Tauren mage just seems so funny. Yeah, I think Dwarf would be the most likely mage. I think Dwarf would be the most likely mage because I don't see a Worgen mage. I don't care for their casting animations. I think my Worgen can't wear robes. It just won't be a clothy. I don't know what the Tauren would be at all. Here, let's just say Dwarf mage. Because otherwise, I mean, yeah. Goblin. I'm trying to think of the Goblin Heritage Armor and what class it would fit with really well. Goblin Heritage Armor would be really fun with like a lot of things. Tauren Monk, Tauren Rogue. I don't know what the Tauren's gonna be. Rogue or Paladin, yeah. What would the Goblin be? I mean, I have a Goblin Hunter that's my bank call. I could just level her. Mention a few things where the characters you've deleted would have been useful. Yeah, but like, then I wouldn't get the opportunity to level new ones. I mean, I would have the opportunity, but it would be... I'm happy this way. Tauren Hunter, spam multi-shot. How come he comes out with an accent like that? Multi-shot. There's Elisand. Tauren Hunter, Tauren... Prop Warrior? No, I just leveled a warrior. I've leveled this warrior. I don't need another warrior. Tauren Brewmaster Monk. Tauren... What else can you do in this game? What do I not normally do? I can't be a Tauren Demon Hunter. I could be a Tauren Death Knight. I don't want to be a Tauren Death Knight. Shaman, yeah. Tauren Druid. I've done Tauren Druid before. I missed the daily real estate chatter. What do I have to share? I've been... Every now and then I look at properties. I'm back to wanting more land. I go back and forth between wanting a small manageable yard and wanting just like an acre that I can treat as my kingdom. Alright, we got a Waste Blight. Tauren Rogue, they're so stealthy. Tauren Guardian Druid. I mean, hunters are always fun, so it's always an option. I think Goblin Hunter could be kind of neat because you could do it. You could take it would be a great opportunity to mod guns instead of bows. Currently in the will they accept our offer stage, here for the distraction. Crossing my fingers and toes for you. Only Tauren DK get the really cool blue barber fur option. Hi, Goldan. I lost it. Would I be a Goblin Caster? saw Torndikin in frozen beef. You know what I rewatched recently? The Warcraft movie. I hadn't seen it in a long time, but when it first came out, I was so convinced that it was going to be a big part of my life that I like bought it digitally, so I didn't have to rent it or anything. I owned it. And I watched it again, and it really seems like they thought they were going to make more. They had a real hard time telling a completed story. I did watch the bloopers, actually. It was the only extra that I watched, but I did put on the bloopers. I enjoyed the guy trying to ride the horse in mocap. I wish they do animated movies. All right, any luck? My rarity seems to go off before I've even looted it, which makes me wonder if the mounts would just happen. I got some legs, but no luck on the mounts themselves. I got the cake trinket. So let's take this character back. Me and some friends that went to the theater to see it. We're the only ones who laughed at the Murloc sound effect. Can't remember anything about the Warcraft movie. It was... I think I liked it more back then. It was a nice... It just made me want to watch a proper fantasy epic that takes itself a bit more seriously. I think I want to watch Lord of the Rings again. I haven't seen that in a long time. Due for an extended editions nerd marathon. I haven't done that in years. There we go. Never seen the Warcraft movie. It's cool seeing things that you have known about through the game for a long time on screen, and the orcs and their CGI and like the mocap acting of them is quite good. That part I was impressed with, but there's lots of other bits that kind of you can't expect it to be the best film you've ever seen. But, you know, not every film is watched because we expect it to be the best thing we've ever seen. Sometimes you just want to see what it's all about. Fell Core Hound Harness. It's a Legion blacksmithing recipe. Is it soulbound? Yeah, it is soulbound. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. Oh, maybe I'll stick it in the bank to rot. Maybe I'll just stick it in the bank to, in case I one day decide that I really need to get into that market. I will have the, I'll have the recipe all set up for it. That doesn't sound like me. That's more of a flabby thing to do, but, we're gonna, oh, this is the stuff I said I would vendor. You know what? I am gonna vendor it. I am gonna vendor it. Have you completed all the quests in the game? Oh no. That would be such a bad viewer of the movie. Don't know anything about it. I think the people that knew a lot of things about WoW also weren't wildly happy with it. It doesn't, I don't think it cleaves super closely to the established lore. It also takes place in an era of WoW that's, that is only dealt with in retrospect in the actual game. So it's more, I don't think you're expected to know a wild amount about it. Okay. I want to stash that, and then, so I've done my Nighthold 4 times. We did Storm's Fury. Let's go do Freehold and Underrot and King's Rest on my Evoker. Nothing beats the Super Mario Bros. Movie, the 1993 one. Remember it being not the worst video game movie. Maybe hopeful better game movies are on the horizon. Yeah. I think I've become content to enjoy. I mean, there have been good. I think games to TV shows have done better. I know that the Last of Us show has been well received, and The Witcher obviously has had a good run. Okay, we're going to Freehold. If I want to go to Freehold, I need to go to BFA, which means I need to get to Borellis, which means I need to go to Stormwind, which means I'm gonna do this. Banger for sure. Replaying the game right now. Yeah, people liked Arcane Halo at Resident Evil. Seeing the yellow exclamation marks annoy you? Not. I've learned to let them be. I've learned to let them pass me by a little bit. All right, Borealis, this way. I think when I first started WoW, I was very excited by the possibility of there's so many quests I can do, and I can do all of them, even if I outlevel them, and I get to keep the gold of the quest reward. Because when I first started playing WoW, I was interested in making gold, and I didn't know any way to do it other than the only way I knew to do it was to kill things in Vendor the Greys, and then to complete quests. Those were like my main sources of gold income for a long time, and then dailies, I guess. And the idea that I had this whole backlog of like standard quests that I could do was pretty exciting. And I thought that surely in time I would do all of them. And I guess I just underestimated the capacity for Blizzard to come up with new things for me to do that were more fun than that. Kitty, I like your feet. You've got very cute little toes. DFA ranking for unique quest completion. Success of movies make from existing IP. Yeah, no, of course. I think I totally agree with you. I think the connection to any IP helps get people to at least pay enough attention to watch the trailer or check to see who's attached to it. But yeah, if it's not good, I don't think it matters what the IP is. You know, if they make a terrible Fortnite film, nothing's gonna make it a good film just because lots of people played Fortnite. They probably have made a Fortnite film. I haven't checked. I haven't kept up to date on that. All right, dungeon difficulty mythic. Do trailers count as spoilers? Sometimes they do, especially like the really long, like the 3-minute cinematic trailers. I recently was trying to find a movie that I wanted to go see in theaters, so I was watching the trailers for the movies that were in theaters. And I watched all of them, and I'm like, well, I've seen all these films now. I don't need to go see them. I'm the worst because I want the trailer to sell me on it, and I want them to give me enough of an idea of what's going on, but then I don't want to know what's going on. I just need them to intrigue me, and that's hard to do if they don't have a pre-existing IP or connection, you know, like something to pull you in that you know about pre-existingly. It's hard to get invested in a new film. It's easier if you have some familiarity with like the director or the actors, and I think that's one way that they can, you know, get people to watch films and be like, oh, so-and-so is in this, or this is another movie made by XYZ, you know, director, producer. I liked the last ones that they did. Then you've got some idea, but just, you know, taking a chance on total unknowns is a bit rough to do. Ready Player One kind of Fortnite-y? Oh, got my vicious mount. Congrats, Tatted and Fab. I'm gonna clear up the trash here so they don't yank me back across the bridge. Yeah, Ready Player One, all kinds of games. There we go. One shark bait, please. His loyalty lies with whomever keeps the crackers coming. I had some thought about making crackers, because I find them to be a generally disappointing food group. And yet, if it was up to me and I was the cracker artist, you know, picking and choosing what kind of components might go into it, that sounds kind of fun. Farming all my eggs today. Finally got this one about a month ago. Nice. No luck from this run, but we can get out of here and we can go do King's Rest and Underrot. They don't port me out, do they? Oh, maybe Flynn will port me out, actually. Hello. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, it's very kind of him. Okay. I think I'm just gonna fly back to Browse and then take the boat portal because I'm gonna run out of teleports eventually. I started doing a 1,000-piece puzzle, and I got myself like a puzzle mat that rolls onto a tube so that I can store it when not in use, and then also to give me like a flat color because I have a marled sort of countertop color, so it's a bit difficult to see puzzle piece detail against it. And the mat's been great except for the fact that I can put the puzzle away and then not think about it because it's not in my line of sight, and then not work on it anymore. And I think I was a bit ambitious with the 1,000-piece. I don't think I'm that good yet. I realized I was looking back through my photos on my phone of the different things I've accomplished in my life. And I'd taken a couple of photos of puzzles that I did 2 summers ago. And they were, and I came to realize they were 500-piece puzzles. I thought they were 1,000s, which is why I started buying 1,000-piece puzzles. But they were not, they were 500s. And they took me a little bit. So I've got this lovely big one that is of like a nice heron. And it's got lake and it's got sky and it's all a little bit of similar colors. I remember your puzzle art. That was such a weird summer. It was a strange time. I wonder what I'm going to think about this time in my life when I look back on it. I'm probably going to be shocked at how much time I managed to get away with not doing anything for. Split it in half, do it twice. You did do 2 of them, so that's 1,000. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think that sharing that I've done puzzles doesn't necessarily qualify me for the criticism that I buy a whole lot of stupid niche stuff. That feels a bit harsh. What's those tattoos in your arms of? I have trees and branches and bushes and birds and stuff. We've got a cherry blossom, well, an artistic representation of a cherry blossom tree on the right arm, and then the left arm has got blackberry bushes and some cattails and red-winged blackbirds and a heron. I got a heron on the back of my forearm here that I'm quite enamored with. Nice birdie. Oh, I love these mounts. The nether rays were like some of my first ever mounts that I farmed for myself. Like I went and did the rep back in, it would have been Wrath, but I decided I was going to play through BC first to like get my money's worth out of it. And I did the Skyguard grind. I think I was playing like a troll hunter at the time. And I remember being so excited to have like some kind of special mount that not everybody had. I mean, lots of people had them by then, but I don't think it was that much of a done thing for everybody to do the mount runs. Seen other streamers had sessions of them solving physical puzzles. Alright, we'll do King's Rest first because it's closer. It's also the one that requires us to do a lot more of it, but it's such a cool mount. This bowl of glowing puffer fish taunts me to this day. One day I'm gonna have to start helping the turtles get back to the water and doing the calligraphy and everything else, but it's lucky for me I'm not a toy collector. I don't think it would suit me very well. Any chance we can get more YouTube content like your style and humor? Aw, shucks. Thanks, Victorian. I'd say that currently my rhythm of doing like a weekly news roundup and then raid guides is what I'm up for. But I would love to get to a place in my life where I'm cranking out a bit more. It's been a goal for a long time. The turtles in the water. And then the reverse turtles in the water where you were like a hungry crab and you were trying to I don't think I liked either of those very much. Calligraphy was fine. Shell game I enjoyed very much. Shell game, I made a point of not using the shell game helper and then doing the admittedly extremely simple memory puzzle the old-fashioned way. But then calligraphy, I would, you know, cheat on by using the calligraphy helper. Waiting for BFA time walking to buy rep tokens for the Paragon rewards. Add-on for shell game. Yeah, I think World Quest List has different minigame helpers, and I believe they had one for shell game that would like mark them. Dungeon difficulty mythic. But yeah, that one I actually enjoyed doing the memory flipping thing, so I would do that one properly. The only thing I need from this is Tombstalker. That's it. There's every other single thing I have already. Just one more thing out of here. And this one's not coming back next season, so I hope they bring back King's Rest in season 3 or 4 so I can farm them out. I think I would rather farm this the old-fashioned way than try to do it on Mythic Plus again to that extent. I think that this one was finicky enough on Mythic Plus, and I got myself killed enough times to trash mechanics that I'd rather do it this way and be relatively safe than come back here and do it on Mythic Plus again. Want all the BFA dungeons back for a round? I could live without this one. I could live without Siege of Borealis. What other BFA dungeons were there? Which ones do we like? Which ones do I like? Atal'Dazar was fun. Freehold was fun. Mechagon was great. We revisited that already. Temple of Thrallus is fine. I forgot about the Motherlode. Waycrest Manor I want back. I think Waycrest Manor is a fantastic key. I would love to see that revisited, especially if I can learn my way around that house again. Motherlode. Forgot about Motherlode. Underrun. I don't think Shrine of the Storm is a very popular request to have back. I remember doing keys there, but I don't remember them being very triumphant.
Run.
Thesral, thank you very much for the 31-month resub. Very much appreciated. Definitely would want Waycrest back. So fun. The whole vibe of Waycrest was just immaculate. It was just such a well-realized dungeon. Like, it's just such a cool zone. I kind of just want to go poke around there and just, you know, look at all the little bits and bobs and the wall art and the doors and stuff. It's just such an interesting place. Did I not ring the gong? I did ring the gong. Maybe I needed to clear all this trash out. Did I do the boss? Hang on a moment. I'm having a time. I can't remember. Hang on a second. We're in King's Rest. Oh no, there's the boss. Okay, I'm thinking, are we done? We're not done. We're not done. Dresstar is my favorite zone in the game. Love to see most of the BFA dungeons with the affix rework. Sanguine and Toldegor was awful. Yeah. I don't miss Toldegor. Why don't I miss Toldegor? Is it just because it's gloomy in there? Waycrest Manor is gloomy, but Waycrest Manor is gloomy in a way that makes it feel like a experience at a resort, you know? It feels very... If I was at Disney and I went on the Toldegor ride, I wouldn't be having a wildly good time. The canon thing, yeah. Waycrest had personality. I think I agree. Morning, everyone. Good morning, Zendavid. How are you doing today? I've had a little fluffy kitty cat in my lap for what feels like a good hour. And I think she's, You happy? You good? I think she's good. It's not every day we get a good couple, so. I know it won't be for a while, but it freaks me out a bit to think that eventually, based on the way things are going now, Shadowlands dungeons will get revived back into the rotation. I know it's too soon to be thinking about it, but if I was gonna rank these, I don't want to go back to the other side. You can't make me. Give now, miss him so much. Really? Yeah, I could see Necrotic Wake and Plaguefall, which is funny because I hate a Plaguefall, but like I like it, you know? It's this weird thing where I think it's a good dungeon that I'm bad at. I think Plaguefall's a good dungeon that I don't do very well at. But I think now that I'm playing a faster class, I think it was I think that Evoker would have a much easier time in Plaguefall than Holy Priest did. Happy never doing them again. Halls of Atonement or Tazvesh back. Got so good at Plaguefall for spamming it for my Lego. It was always fun to see how the affixes would interact with Plaguefall, with the Plaguefall trash, like the slimes in the beginning. Sometimes they would just spawn like, oh man, it was fun. It was ridiculous, but it was fun. I like places where you get a chance to do like really greedy pulls that are like objectively bad ideas, but if you can get away with them, you just feel legendary. Alrighty, I'm leaving. 2 more bosses. Sanguine Tezzy HOA. Halls of Archon? Halls of Ascension? Spires of Ascension. Halls of Archon. Atonement, that's the one. Yep. We get anything else in here that's like worth hanging on to? I was kind of hoping for grays that I need, but I might have learned them all by now. I might have sent them all around. Do I miss doing keys yet? I think I'm getting there. I think I'm getting about ready for the next season. I haven't healed a key in what feels like months, which it was a nice break, but I think I'm ready. Although I don't know if I'm ready for next season. It'll be nice to have the affixes de-emphasized, and I know that they've been very aware of different concerns people have with Halls of Infusion and with Brackenhead Hollow. And I know there's been testing, and I haven't done any Mythic Plus testing on PTR, so I don't have any first-hand experience. But I will believe that I'm a little apprehensive. I think I'll feel better about them when I see them. Pre-season warm-up 21 Ruby? Oh gosh. Oh man, I think I'm gonna leave her legacy as it is. I have a feeling the next season's gonna start, and I'm gonna feel unprepared despite the fact that I've had lots of time to prepare for it. I've been running into this lately where I feel like I just can't quite get my mindset geared towards the future. I feel like I'm just sort of treading water, and it's whenever I try and think ahead, I just get overwhelmed and shut down, and all I'm really doing is just kind of keeping up with like the bare minimum. Can't sell anyone on the fact that they should totally do that key with me. Racing through this dungeon, just caught up. Oh, I'll keep the gas on then. Feel like that IRL. And I know that things go so much more easily when you do, you know, what they call upstream problem solving, where you kind of take care of things before they become an issue and you're thinking ahead to kind of, you know, plan a little bit. It's amazing how much good it can do you, but sometimes you just don't feel, I don't know, sometimes I just don't feel capable of that, I guess. Just with everyone, as soon as I mention Ruby, you just get a collective, ew. Stinky life pools. Sometimes taking it a day at a time is what you need to do. I run into the thing where I wonder how many days I can get away with taking it a day at a time before I'm gonna have to come up with some other plan, some other strategy. Because I've been coping and I've been treading water and I haven't drowned and that's good. But I'm kind of looking down the barrel of my rest of my life thinking that if all I can do is this forever, it'll be okay, but I'd love to... I could save myself a lot of grief. I could save myself a lot of grief if I could access a higher level of functioning. So I think what I'm thinking about now is not so much how do I immediately, like, you know, do more work or be more productive or be more well-adjusted and healthy, but mostly what are some skills that I can work on that would make the biggest difference to giving me the capacity that I would need to start working on those things, kind of backing it up a step and figuring out, like, well, if I can't do it right now, why not? And, you know, validate that, but then what's a little thing that I can do that I can handle that'll help chip away, getting me to a point where I can begin to work on it. Maybe life will deliver something to you that'll be great. I feel like if it did, though, that I wouldn't be prepared for it. Like it wouldn't I kind of don't want it if I haven't earned it, because if I'm not ready for it, I don't think it'll go well. Doing this from now on could be fine. WoW won't likely be popular forever. Yeah, that's true. No Mummy Raptor for me. Oh, not for me either. Wait, did I loot the thingy? I think I might have looted it. Did I? I must have looted it. I was monologuing too much. And we killed the boss. Yeah, no, I don't think we got it. I think I can have them pour me. I just turned around and started running out of there. I can... Yeah, the chest would have been here. Or is it there? No, that's not a real chest. That's a fake chest. It's a fraud. All right. Excuse me. I'd like to leave. Eventually something will happen, push you to do something different. I suppose so. I know people, and I've seen people wait for that for their whole lives. I don't know if I can trust it to face forever. I don't want to wake up and be 60 or 70 or 80 and realize that I don't know. This is something I can work out in my personal time. Let's go do Underrun. This looks natural, right? Oh, good grief. It moves way too much. I remember buying this thing and it being the first shop mount that I like immediately regretted spending money on, because this was before Miss Pandaria. So this was kind of like a proto Cloud Serpent, and it just moves so much. This is Heart of the Aspects. It was a shop mount. Nah, you're fine, Divand. You're good. Does your tune need some Tylenol? She's gonna. Holy smokes. Wiggly mounts are fun. Floyd here now. Hey, what's up? This has been fun. Why is it not as fun as Solo Shuffle? How did Solo Shuffle get me? I really didn't think it would. I put off PvP for so long because I just didn't want to, and I didn't feel like it, and I figured it was gonna be miserable, and I figured Solo Shuffle would be twice as miserable because I couldn't play with my friends. So how come it's fun? Why is it working? All right, we are only missing the Underrock Krog. And we can run quite far in this one. We don't have to stop and kill anything, so we're just going to try and stay on our mount and have at it. The gameplay itself is fun. I think it's satisfying in that, well, yeah, sometimes things happen that feel unfair, or sometimes things happen that feel, you know, I don't see how I'll ever be able to control the outcome. Eventually, just through putting enough time in, you control enough of the outcomes that you can feel yourself kind of getting it together a little bit. And that's the feeling that I really love about gameplay like that. I love it about PvP, and I love it about games like Dark Souls, where you're just running the same thing back over and over and over again. And then eventually you can feel yourself learning. It doesn't happen right away. It doesn't happen on my first try, second try, 12th try. But if I don't give up, eventually I can feel myself getting actually better at it. And that's so encouraging. I feel like it, to me and my garbled brain, it doesn't just represent having fun in the game. It like gives me hope for like life. Right. That even if something doesn't get better right away, doesn't mean that it never will. I suppose I'll try and clean up my anger here a little bit. You don't have to kill this boss, but he was in my way. You can skip bosses. Yeah, I've just decided I'm gonna kill some stuff here. You don't have to, but
Shockwave.
Could do. Ishkas, thank you for the 3-month reset.
Shockwave.
In advance, holy smokes. Getting good does feel good.
Run.
And it's more accessible to me than it used to be, because I used to very much grade myself by other people's standards in games, and I figured if I wasn't playing as well as people that I know or people that I'd seen online, then I wasn't getting good, because, you know, you can't say that you're good at anything online without 14 people being like, actually, no. But when you kind of narrow your scope a little bit and you just focus on you and how you've done historically and how it feels like it's going for you, there's all kinds of different wins that you have in between starting and finishing. You know, there's lots and lots and lots of little steps that you can get better at and things that you can start to see yourself noticing. Still doing that over here. Scary. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just getting, you could phrase it as I'm just giving up on excellence as I get older, but if games are for fun and I'm not trying to become a professional at them, and then it gives me a lot more grace to just kind of do them at my own level and be proud of that for its own sake. Maybe it's learning to be proud of yourself in the absence of other people. Not saying that nobody's proud of me, but you know, if you being able to do something and then feel good about it and then just kind of have that exist within yourself without even giving anybody else the opportunity to pick apart at it, it's just nice. You know, it's a cute little thing you can do with yourself. I'm going this way. That's why sometimes when I'm proud of different things about myself in games or in life, I try to not tell people about them. Not that I keep all of them a secret, but I'll have different moments where I'm quite pleased with something and I make a point to not tell anybody, because sometimes it's nice to be pleased about something without giving anybody the opportunity to invalidate it, you know? Sometimes you can just be happy about it in the privacy of your own brain. I am maining Evoker for 10.1. I think so, anyway. Haven't made any plans to change. Looks like fun. They're just the right distance away that I can get them both. You're maiming Evoker? Take that attitude when you turn 80. I think that my concern is not so much, and this will be the last thing I say about this today, my concern is not so much that I'm going to reach my elder years and feel like I never made it as like a, I don't know, celebrity or great mind in any given field. I'm not so much worried about that. I'm worried that I'm going to make it to my elder years, and because I didn't make enough good financial choices, I'll find myself out of a home, you know, or like, you know, you hear stories about people that were renting a place for a long, long time, and then at 65, they, you know, the person that owned it decides to sell it, and they can't afford the new rent, and there's in other places, and then you just end up, there's nothing that says that age comes with stability. It's something that you kind of have to do. And I guess that's my concern, more or less. It's not so much that I won't feel like I was good enough thing. It's that I won't get my ducks in a row to the point that I end up running into a housing or a security crisis in my older years. No Krog for me. No Krog for me either. What did we get though? We got 27 gold. We get to keep that. Let's go ahead and vendor some gear, and then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of my stream because I got another 40 minutes. I said I wouldn't shuffle on stream today. We'll see how long my resolve holds out because it sounds fun. But we did Nighthold a couple times. We did the dungeons. I guess I can do them on other characters. Can't pay rent with WoW Gold. Hello, Chat and Hazel. What are we up to today? I am running old dungeons and raids for chances at transmog and mounts. Or at least I was. I did the ones that I had planned to do, and now I need to either, I guess, run them back again on alts, or I'm getting rid of that foot. A tiny part of me wants, even though I won't be able to mog them for more than another day, wants to go farm like 150 egg chocolates to buy the rest of the Noble Garden ears. I kind of enjoyed the chocolate hunting. I thought it was kind of fun. That's why you buy a car big enough to live in. Source. Trust me, bro. More mat runs, like mat runs, becomes a chill chat time. What other mat runs could I do? I could do Rust Feather and Arachnid Harvester. I can do Necrotic Wake. Ew. I don't know if I'm feeling up to soloing BFA dungeons. I'm sure it's possible, but the Legion ones, or pardon me. No, I am soloing BFA dungeons. Shadowlands dungeons. That's what I meant to say. I'm sure it's possible, but the Shadowlands ones are no, the BF. I'm having an episode. Hi, I'm Hazel. The big brown bug bit the big black bear, and the big black bear bled blood. Big brown bug bit the big black bear, and the big black bear bled blood. Poor big black bear. Remember the stream soloing Plaguefall for the worm mount? Yeah, that was kind of fun. I think I was lucky that I did that when I did. I have some recollection that it got harder after that. Did those last 150 chocolates this morning. Don't recommend the Night Elf area. Yeah, I think that I was doing fine in Keranos, but I think that Elwyn is still my go-to. I didn't try Azure Mist, but I think that there are enough out here. Especially sometimes I get kind of caught up in just doing laps around the inn building, and there's more outside of that if you know where to look. Like your Saturday YouTube videos? Thank you very much. Later on, you couldn't skip the first boss anymore. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds like what it was. I like those big toothy worms, but I ride them never because they're just so big. I felt the same way about the BFA ones with all the teeth in them. There we go. That one there. Do I still have my macro handy? I made myself like an egg opening macro. I might have deleted it. Oh no, there it is. / use brightly colored egg. That's all that is. Just to kind of crack them open. I've got 19 chocolates. And I'm doing this because I am missing, if I look at the vendor, I'm missing 3 of the bunny ear transmogs. And I believe you can only mog them during Noble Garden anyways. Here, I may as well. Well, I'm a bunny right now. I'm going to stay a bunny. There's faster ways to do it, and I don't mind. It's fine. We can do this. See, 150. But you can loot them from the eggs directly. That's how I got the florist toy. You don't miss egg sniping? I really, really don't. I really don't. I'd say there's very few places in my life where I would... A lot of grinds in WoW I'll be kind of turned off by if I have to succeed at the expense of somebody else. with the notable exception being PvP because everybody knew that when they signed up for it. or at least that's kind of the primary appeal of it. I still have yet to farm like the Frightened Kodo and other rare spawns where I think only one person can get it because, you know, if there's somebody else and they're also camping out there, the only way for me to succeed in my dream is to ruin somebody else's. And I'm not saying that I won't do it. I'm just saying that doesn't wildly appeal to me. All right, we've been around there. Let's go do this loop for a second. There's lots of them. They like putting them in the bushes and in the corners. Make a BG where the objective is to loot eggs. That would be cute. Super duper lucky with the mount. Got it within 10 minutes of camping. Oh, nice. Make a noble garden dungeon with a giant rabbit. I would love to see a rabbit mount that's just kind of like a plain bunny model. Like, we know they have mount animations for it now because of the Lunar New Year one. Exit the water basket in front of the inn. Oh, there's one underneath here. There's one over here. There's one in the bush. There's one on this post. Yeah. Kodo does not have many people camping it. Yeah, I think you're right. I should just park a character up there. There. Yeah, this is going faster than it was. Maybe I'll put some bunny ears on this character after. You know, she can wear them for a whole day. Oh. Yeah, the eggs are shared loot now. So they will despawn eventually if there's enough competition for them, but you can pretty feasibly, you know, run around and actually find them. Bunny ears and a demon hunter with horns is a fun look. I would play a demon hunter if they let me be a gnome demon hunter. I wouldn't main it, you know, let's not get carried away, but I would, I don't even have a demon hunter alt right now. And you know what? I don't want one. Up to 5 loots per egg. Oh. Okay. That one's back. These ones are not. This one is. Oh yeah, this is nice and fast though. I'm hoping that I'll get lucky and that I'll loot one of the 3 that I need. Save 50 chocolates worth. Although I kind of like the searching for eggs minigame. It's a little bit fun. I haven't had a lot of opportunities to do Easter egg hunts as an adult. Now that I'm 30, no one really hides eggs for me and then asks me to go find the free chocolate. It hasn't occurred to me all that often. It hasn't come up that often in my grown life. And I mean, I could do it for myself, but I could also just purchase chocolate and then eat it. And I only occasionally do that, so it's not quite the same. Stores got better about stock levels, found no clearance Easter chocolate this year. Oh. It was me who waved at you? Oh. You see me miswave at somebody else, they're probably all, all nervous now. By all the other colors, 800 plus eggs. Woo. Well, now you got them. You'll have them all locked and loaded and ready for next year. Grocery store by me hid them in shopping carts with signs that said $1 the day after Easter. Oh. I picked up some groceries yesterday. I don't remember looking for Easter chocolate. I bought like a standard bar of chocolate, but I bought the no-name brand that's, I'm sure it's fine. But my thinking is that if I buy chocolate and I have it in the house and it's not very good, then I'll still have chocolate on hand for like a chocolate emergency, but it has to be like a real emergency before I want it. Whereas if it's nicer chocolate, I would probably snack on it more readily, which is not the point. I keep chocolate on hand the same way that you keep, like, I don't know, batteries and flashlights and emergency water in case of natural disaster. Sometimes it's just important. Join the kids' hunts. Easy mode, knocking over kids to loot eggs. That would be one way to get involved in my community. Oh, gosh. Alright, we can afford one of them, but we won't. Just in case, you know, you'd hate to buy one and then loot it. Oh, they're all the way over there. Saw an egg behind the mailbox post. Oh. Should go loot it. Do that with dark chocolate sometimes since it's not as nice en masse. Yeah, I had some notions about buying 2 chocolate bars, like a dark chocolate and a milk chocolate one, and then I just didn't. I just lost interest. I just wanted to leave the store. I have a very limited capacity for grocery shopping these days. If I can't, I try to go relatively often so I don't need a ton of stuff, and if I need a ton of stuff, I try to order it so that they deliver it because I just don't want to be in there very long. Oh yeah, lots of them over here. 1, 2, stored in a safe. Gave me the idea of doing the use macro. Clicking them one by one was horrible. Bought the cheap one, then 3 more dropped while farming for the 200 chocolate one. Oh, these are all up. Yeah, the egg behind the mailbox I have given up on. I find I can't loot it. Even with my interact key, it just opens the mailbox. And there's enough other eggs that I can kind of afford to let that one be. Activate button easier than clicking on them. That's a good tip. That is a good tip. I was doing that for a little bit, but I don't know why I gave up. Maybe my activate keybind's just not on a comfy enough button. I should bind it to my 3rd mouse button. I have a 3rd mouse button. Let's try that. Interact. Oh, it doesn't, it's not, I'd have to go into my mouse software and I'd have to bind the 3rd mouse button to some kind of a function. Or just make it H, I suppose. Okay, let's try this way again then. One over here. I feel like this is going much faster than it was the other day, even though there's more people out here. The other thing you can do is they made the egg basket into a toy, and you can just kind of throw it on the 1 key just for now. I know it's not the fastest. Oh, maybe it doesn't work with the rabbit form? I was gonna be a sprinting bunny rabbit with my little egg basket. Oh well, that's okay. You know what works is hover. That's funny. Evokers are so fun with different character model transformations where you can be like a Tuskar and you can deep breath and then your Tuskar is just laying fire down out of its mustache. Zipping around as a demon hunter rabbit. Oh, there's one. How we doing? Oh, we got a... Nope. That's it. I think maybe right-clicking on them just makes me feel a little bit more like I've actually found them. Isn't that toy for the dragon mounts? The Drake's big basket of eggs is for the dragon mounts. The eager basket just kind of gives you a bit of a sprint, but it apparently is exclusive with the rabbit. It's exclusive with the rabbit form. You might actually be best off, because it's a pretty short cooldown to not be in rabbit form. Especially if you don't have access to like a druid flight form or anything like that. But if I start going too fast, I start not having fun anymore anyways. Remember the joy I'd get from finding nether drake eggs. Those ones really made me feel something. That was a horrible grind that I think would get a lot of pushback if they tried to add another one just like it to the game again. But holy smokes, was that so exciting to find netherwing eggs at the time. Wascally wabbit. You would have an Elmer Fudd reference. Alright, we're halfway there. 76 of 150. Or of 100 if we can get lucky. They're still great mounts. I don't use them as much as I use the Skyguard Nether Rays, just because they're, I don't know, they're big dragons. I feel like I have a lot of big dragons. I'd love if our existing dragons could all use dragon riding mechanics, though. That'd be a nice thing to expand to. Oh, my kitty cat's dreaming. She does her little paw twitches. I'm very curious as to what she dreams about, and I don't think I'll ever find out. I imagine that's not something that I'll get access to in my lifetime, is to find out exactly what she's dreaming about, but something's involving the paws. Okay. Which dragon would you use if you could use any drake for dragon riding? There's a lot of good ones. That's not a dragon riding drake. That was the Dragonflight Heroic Edition dragon. I would ride that on my druid for sure. If she could, my druid would ride that one if she could use dragon riding mechanics on it. The Deathwing one and the Lifebinder also come to mind. Lifebinder's Handmaiden. Am I just trying to look like a dragon aspect? You've also got the Deathwing mount. Syndragosa. Cat said dreams filled with memories, emotions, and scenarios, but no narrative thread. Oh. I think it would be a struggle to say that my dreams involve narrative threads. I had dreams that people were bursting into my apartment because there was a moth in here that was very dangerous that they were trying to capture or kill because it had, it was a lamplighter moth, and it was large and blue, and it was on the loose in my apartment, and I was being like, what's the big deal? It's a moth. And they were like, Hazel, it killed 2 children. And I was like, oh, okay. Sorry. I'll stay out of the way. And I was like hiding on my couch while they tried to like get this moth down with a big net. And I just remember everybody being like, how did you not know that this moth is a child killer? I was very out of the loop. Evil kill again. I don't remember if they came to grips with it. I do remember looking up and seeing above the moth in the wall there were owls, because there was a very high ceiling section of the apartment, which is not the case in real life. And it had these bars along the wall, and there were different owls. And I was like, oh yeah, there's my great horned owl. You guys know that one. It lives around here. There it is. Whoo! Oh, it took me a second to realize the story was a dream. For sure a dream. Definitely a dream. There were other aspects to it as well, but that's the one that came back to me. Sounds like a killer movie. I think I remember after seeing the Silence of the Lambs poster thinking that the Death's Head moth was going to be more of a direct influence in ending lives in those films, and it turns out it was not so much. Okay. $108. Doing good, doing good. I keep getting the tuxedo shirts, but I don't need those. Thought the lambs were the killer. That's why they're so quiet. So you know how when you have like children or animals that are normally quite rambunctious and it's been too quiet for too long and you know that they're like up to something? That's why the Silence of the Lambs was so scary, is because those lambs were up to no good. If you got to choose to remember or not remember them? Oh, I like remembering them very much. I'm lucky in that I very rarely have night terrors, and my nightmares are sometimes disturbing, but not usually traumatizing. So I think that remembering dreams gives me I feel quite lucky because I get to live all kinds of wild lives that I don't have access to in real life. Many of which because they're not possible. I also sometimes live out things in dreams that I don't do in real life. Like, you know, getting to meet different types of people and interact with them, or conflict. Every now and then I'll have an argument in a dream, like out loud. Like I'll have a grievance and I'll express it verbally in a dream, and that's not a big part of my life normally. Free content for stream. I remember the moth being like large and blue and kind of butterfly shaped and being like, oh, that's kind of pretty. It was the size of about a dinner plate. I don't know how it killed anybody. I'm assuming spores. I'm assuming it had some kind of a poisonous dust that it could emit. I might be just thinking of Pokemon. I like when I can remember the dream streets and buses, but hardly ever remember them. Love it when I can. It's fascinating. Giant moth, normal size. Oh, it was large. Large. Like a venom moth. Yeah, exactly. Butterfree. Moths are kind of butterfly shaped in real life too. Yeah, I suppose so. But it wasn't like small and, I don't know, when I think of moths, I think of small and unwilling to sit still and like kind of fuzzy. I think of moths as being very fuzzy. This one wasn't very fuzzy. I haven't seen a moth in a while, actually. I wonder why. If I ever get my kingdom, then I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of different bugs and animals and stuff. I would love to be able to start a stream, and you just look in the background, you see like I'm in some kind of a wood-paneled West Coast monstrosity, and I'm just like, guys, the owl returned. I just construct a mythology out of all the different creatures that visit the property. Went from wanting a small farm to a kingdom. I mean, the small farm would be considered a kingdom, I think, in that it would contain many microcosms of life and different little zones and areas. Like what I remember from when I was running around in different properties as a little kid. You know, you'd have a lot of time to kill. You'd have some outdoor space, and there would be many different like little zones and areas and stories and things going on out there. Hazel Shades wood paneling. It's because I love it. A lot of my favorite house listings that I see are these aggressively West Coast places that have like these cedar beam ceilings and like these wood paneled ceilings and sometimes walls. I've ruled out log cabin because of practical issues and because I think that they would be much too dark on the inside, but I'm not against some good flat wood paneling. It can look very tacky and I don't care. I want to look like I live in a Pacific Northwest Airbnb. Who's going to be your court wizard? The bats. Yeah, no, I'm not planning to declare sovereignty from Canada. The nation of Hazel has no plans to secede. That would slap kind of hard, though. Yeah. Be your own government. I watched Les Mis recently and then was like, what happened to the French Revolution? And then I like went looking online and I discovered that France has had like a lot of them. They've had all kinds of different setups of government over the last like 200 years. It's been apparently quite the process, which I'm sure everybody knew but me. Because I was just kind of curious as to how many. It's like when I learned about the Second Republic, and I'm like, well, then what happened? And they're like, well, then what happened? What happened after that republic? And I stayed up an extra half hour at least because I needed to continue reading about the governments until I got up to the present day one. They're kind of having one now. They've been on Struggle Street with that one. Yeah. We're on the 5th one? They're on their 5th one. I don't know why I thought it was 4th. I must not have read my Wikipedia very closely. Oh dear. Love the Naughty Pine paneling, actually. I think that sometimes it can come across looking very beautiful, and sometimes it can come across looking very trailer, like very mobile home. And I haven't sorted out exactly, oh, bless you, what the difference is. But I think that even if the home that I eventually one day end up in is riotously ugly, I will adore it because it's mine. And I'm not saying that I would like remodel everything right away or even ever, but I think that there'd be the capacity for things to grow on me because that's my kingdom. Alright, how are we doing? We got 141 chocolates. No luck on any freebies here. Kitty Cat's showing no signs of wanting to get up, which is good. Good luck on finding Easter goodies. I enjoyed the novelty of the big hollow rabbits, but I don't feel a desire to eat that much chocolate anymore unless it's good chocolate. Oh, that reminds me, there was a bakery that I wanted to look to see if it still existed. I don't think it will. But I lived in all kinds of different places around South Vancouver Island when I was growing up. Basically most of the major cities I've lived in at one point or another. And, well, major cities. City's a strong word for some of them. But there was one bakery. I'm going to have to look into that because they had really nice chocolates. All right. Speaking of chocolates, 146, 47, 48. 2 more eggs. 2 more. I didn't think I was going to finish this grind this year, but apparently I was in the mood to go egg hunting. Came into possession of 99% chocolate. Ever had any? No, it sounds like a prank. It sounds like one of those things that YouTubers would eat, like hot sauce for views. How do you get the egg behind the mailbox? You let go and move on. I've heard of people zooming in very far and having success with the interact keybind, but I just let that one be, and I get everything else. There's lots of other good eggs. Hi, baby girl. Hello. Oh, you're nice and warm. Hi. Yeah. You want to take a nap later? Oh, there you go. She makes cuddling and sleeping and getting cozy and comfy look just like a masterful art form. She's so good at it. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, time for an Easter transmog, or a Noble Garden transmog that I will wear for one day. I'll just call it holiday. We can clear it out and replace it with something else later. All right. So she's gonna need some ears. She's gonna need a dress. Maybe an elegant dress. Yep. Why is... Oh, it's the shirt. I'm thinking, what's this green coming from? She's got a shirt on, that's why. And then, I don't know about the ladle. If I give her a back piece, like if I give her some wings. I mean, I could give her cute little dragon wings, but that's not what I want. I want, like... kind of a... maybe a bit like that. Yeah. Then that'll make the weapon disappear, so it won't really matter what weapon it is. And then we won't worry about the pants. The feet. She can't wear bare feet. She's gonna get splinters. She needs some delicate sandals. It has a warning on the back to train yourself with 70 and 80% chocolate. Which chocolate comes with instructions? I like the implication that it is a valuable pursuit to work up to being able to consume this product. Which I'm not saying that it's not, but that's just a bit of a wild premise. Does she have any nice slippers? Not really, actually. Anything that kind of looks nice? No, that's just bare feet. I think these are the closest thing. They don't come in quite the right color. I could give her really bright blue feet. I've looked at these already. What about those ones? No. Her toes are gonna get chilly. Alright. Forget the feet. Wear bare feet. See if I care. And then that. There you go. Not sure I want chocolate with a warning on it. Made it to 92% yesterday, bro. What was up with the evening gloves? Those were weird. I didn't end up getting them. I know a lot of people really were very excited about them, though. They were quite popular. This is, I think, the most feminine thing I've mogged in my entire life. I don't know what it is about bunnies that are feminine. You don't see a lot of big, well, I must not be seeing the big buff bros with the bunny ears because I'm not going to the right parties. This is Final Fantasy 14, right? People brag that their chocolate IO score. Alright, so surely now I have everything from Noble Garden. It must be the case. I have the pets, I have the mount, I have the circlets, I have the Drake's Big Basket of Eggs, I have the Noble Gardener's Hearthstone. Spring robes, that would have been another option that we could have worn. Also cute. Oh, she could have mogged flowers in the offhand, but that's alright. That's alright. Let's get her out of here. Take her back. Seems like you need to break out the Torrent for that mug. Did you get the dragon basket? I did get the dragon basket. I want chocolate, but I'm covered in chihuahuas. Oh, man. Imagine if I just ended up adopting a chihuahua. They're in shelters. They're around. It would be a strange thing for me to do because I've historically appreciated and wanted medium to large dogs. But it would be just so funny because it would be out of character. I would just get a rat. I know, right? It's I think the idea tickles me because it'd be just so, like, I've never wanted one. I've never had a particular affinity for one, but I do have an affinity for underdogs. So you could, in a twisted way, have me want a dog that I don't want because I don't want it. And if it was like the right dog, because I'm sure they can have sweet personalities just like anybody else, it would be funny. Plus, in my experience, they live for a bajillion years, which I appreciate about them. I don't know why I've gone to the bank. I think I'm gonna wrap up for today, actually. I don't want it, therefore I want it. There's a special mage polymorph. Oh yeah. I'm willing to let that pass me by. Alright, I have successfully gone an entire day on stream without streaming Solo Shuffle. Can't promise the same thing for tomorrow, but we'll see. I'm gonna do some off stream today and see how far we get, but I also have big plans to go back to bed and I don't know, take a nice hot bath. I will be back tomorrow morning with another stream in the morning time. Thank you very much for joining me today. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye. PvP percent's at 70.